Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
To kick off for Green Bay.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, Watson to the air. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
To throw is Watson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Browns hit 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Dragon 6, Cowboy 80. Hurt.
Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19, 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
To the air yet again, Watson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18, Rodwell, 18, 79 Broncos, 60 Eagles.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. Panther 6, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Watson now to throw. That is caught. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Come on, set, cut.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And the Packer first down.
Yellow. 10 black, 10.
Now first carry for their fullback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here we go, set. 40, right.
Here's Love. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Mason Graham in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Watson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And this will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Here we go. Set. 19 Chargers.
Now Watson, he's going to move him around. Watson wants to throw again. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. Hopkins with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Packers 3.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. And this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second down in the yard.
Ready.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now Love. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mason Graham. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Come on. Hit. Liking 18.
Here's Watson. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
14.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field without everybody on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. And muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
69. Let's go now. Back to 60. Back to 60.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
65.
Back to throw. Watson. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Okay, great.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Watson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
A gain of 7 makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Again, it's Watson. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's 4. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's good.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On the ready.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
70 Rangers. Come on. Crack him. Knock the crap all 80.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Browns on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
19 Lions. 70 Lions.
Back to throw. Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
47-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Love. And it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneers.
After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready. 60.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. He's in the space past the 25. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Ready, go!
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Browns 24, Packers 10.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Come on.
On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Ready. Trap 60. Trap goal 80.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's 4. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And not only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Yellow, one. Yellow, 40 seconds.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They find some open field here. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
First and goal, Green Bay.
Here's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
To kick off for Green Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They will start this drive with 4, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Watson. This will be caught. Judy. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 11.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Watson changing the play. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw. Watson. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now It's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Cowboy, 18, radio, 18, radio.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a first and 10 inside the 35.
70 Rangers, trap 50, trap 50. Cup 19, cup 19, Mustang 19.
To throw is Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
That's another Browns first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10.
Ready, Ryan, 60.
Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Got it, ready?
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there. I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
first carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Okay,
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready. 50.
Love now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
18, 5 to 2. Panther 60, Panther, Buffalo 18.
Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now 3rd down and 7.
18 Cardinals. Let's go now. 7-5, 9. Buffalo 80. Let's go.
Back to throw. Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Well, he's going to change the play here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 10 set, go. All right, go. Ready, ready.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Now that 65, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Watson now to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Devontae Wyatt
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, here's Jenkins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10. at their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. 12, 10. Ready?
Throwing. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First down, Green Bay.
And now an audible here into something else. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Yellow, 22.
Love looking to throw it. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Showed that brute strength, but it'll still be stopped shy of midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw now. Here's Love. A complete once again to Watson. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Here comes Carter. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
At the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 19 tight, 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Watson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Ready.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter,
They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A give up the middle. Jenkins.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 9 from the 44.
Come on, come on.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First down.
Now Love. Steps away to his left. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
On play action. Love to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
22 yards. First down, Packers.
Here's Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That's now. A second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And he's got room. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
First down, right back to Jenkins. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Once again, Jenkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, he was Was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here we go. Start. Scoop.
On the handoff is Jenkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Get up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On 3rd down, Sampson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Hopkins on for the Browns field goal.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Love. He'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down.
52 blasted.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Ready. Here we go. Check.
Love, they go play action now. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
60 Bison.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Get it. Gravity Lions.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.